So I've got a function here, and we'd like to find its horizontal asymptotes. You remember our calculus-based way of doing that is to take the limit of the function as x goes out to infinity in both directions. Now that's going to be an important point as we go along taking a look at this, because this function is a little special. So we'll start by doing this off to the right-hand side. Let's look at the limit as x goes to infinity of 1 over 1 plus, and I'm going to take that negative exponent and rewrite it. I'm going to make that 1 over e to the x. And remember, our limit rules say that I can take the limits of all the individual pieces. And I'm actually going to write this out here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. This is the limit as x goes to infinity of 1 over the limit as x goes to infinity of 1 plus the limit as x goes to infinity of 1 over e to the x. So the limit of these two constant parts, those are just 1. So this is 1 over 1 plus. Now as x goes to infinity, e to the x goes to infinity. Right? So the bottom of that fraction is going off to infinity, which means the fraction itself is going to 0. Now we get our answer. 1 over 1 plus 0 is 1. Good. That's the first one. Now, the trouble I see every once in a while with students is they stop here. They think that because they've done it in one direction, they're squared away. And like 99% of the time, yeah, you'd be right. But this function, it's a little special. So let's take a look at what happens to the left. If we take the limit as x approaches negative infinity of 1 over 1 plus e to the negative x. And I'll split this up the same way. The limit of those two 1s is still going to just be 1, just like it was before. So this becomes 1 over 1 plus the limit as x goes to negative infinity of e to the negative x. Now think about what e to the negative x looks like. E to the negative x looks like this. So as x goes out to negative infinity, e to the negative x goes to plus infinity, which means the whole denominator is going off to infinity, becoming really, really big, which means that this fraction is going to 0. So we got a different answer. Right? You got to keep an eye out for this. Every once in a while, you'll see a curious function like this, where it does have more than one horizontal asymptote.